What's up everyone? I am Jamie with 3littlegoats.com. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today we are making one of my favorite soaps to make. It's one of the very few soaps that I make every single year, just with a little bit of variation, and that is Peppermint Hot Cocoa Soap. It's one of my best sellers at the farmer's market and I just love the scent of it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so let's get ready to make some soap. I'm so excited about this soap. It's my favorite soap to make every year. It's my favorite soap to use. I love the smell of it, and it's always been my favorite. So I already have my oils in here melted down. I've got my kaolin clay, my goat milk powder, as well as my beer powder. So I'm just going to give this a quick mix in, just get it all incorporated. It is a little cold in here, so I'm soaping a little bit colder than normal. So hopefully everything goes okay. We'll see. Alright, so for my fragrances, I'm using Fudge Brownie fragrance from Crafter's Choice, as well as Purely Peppermint fragrance oil from Crafter's Choice. Now I am going to be coloring this with some brown oxide, some really red from Nurture Soap, and some titanium dioxide. Now this has got a lot of vanilla in it, 7%, so it's going to turn that part of the batter brown anyway, but I'm just going to use a little bit of brown oxide just to make sure the color is nice and uniform. So now that that's nice and mixed up, let's give this all mixed up. Alright, so I heated my lye water up a little bit because I made it last night and it was really cold. It's at 80 right now. My oils are at 71. I'm going to heat my oils up just a little bit real quick before we get started because 71 is pretty cold. Alright, so I popped them in the microwave. They're at 89-ish, so it's a little bit better. I like to soak ideally between 80 and 100 degrees. That's just my preference. So let's get to soaping. I'm just going to pour my lye water solution in and bring this to a very light trace. Shaky, let's get this stuff separated. Now the majority of my batter is going to be brown, and then red and white are going to be my accents. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit more. Yeah, like that. That will do. How much brown do I want? If y'all are new here, I don't plan out my soaps. I kind of just wing it. Sometimes it works out good, sometimes it does not work out so good. So I'm going to add in my fudge fragrance. Oh, that smells so good. And my brown oxide, just a smidgen. I'm going to give this a quick mix real quick so we can get this in the mold. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Oh, now I want brownies. I might have to make some brownies tonight. We'll see. Alright. It's not, like I said, I'm not trying to make this super, super dark because the fragrance oil is going to do that for me. I'm going to set this aside real quick. I'm going to color our other two. So I am going to use quite a bit of red. Now I mix all of my micas in with a little bit of oil from the batter first, just so it makes it easier to incorporate them into my soap. And then this one, I'm just putting a smidgen of titanium dioxide in. Not a whole lot. I don't really like using titanium dioxide, but sometimes it's just needed. Alright, so let's give these a hand mix real quick. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. because this fragrance oil does not discolor, so I'm not really too concerned. Oh, look at that red. Gorgeous. I'm gonna give this red a blitz though, because red is always fun. And then of course, the fragrance oil. Can't forget that, right? A little bit of this seems to go a long way in my... Let's just get that hand mix in. Oh, smells like the holidays. Now, I love the smell of like cinnamon and nutmeg for my Christmas and stuff like that. And then Jessie prefers like more of the peppermint smell. So what do you guys prefer? Are you a cinnamon, hot cocoa, scented preference, or are you more of the peppermint type? I love them both, but I would take a cinnamon fragrance over peppermint any day. Alright. This is still a little runny, so I'm going to let this just thicken up just a smidge before we actually pour it in. Alright, so we're a little still thin on these ones, but we're thickening up here, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a pour. I did add just a little bit more brown oxide just to darken it up a little bit more. Not a whole lot. You don't want to mess with it too much on the inside. I'm going to give this a tap down though. And then, let's see. Just going to swirl it back and forth a little bit. Just because I don't want the colors to get too muddled. And then I gotta grab alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a spritz of rubbing alcohol. I use 99%. It's hard to come by. Check your local feed stores. Usually they'll have it there. It's where I found mine. I was quite shocked to find it there. But I just like to give mine a spritz with rubbing alcohol just to make the chances of soda ash dissipate just a smidge. And then I'm going to actually oven process this because I oven process all of my soaps. So I guess I will see you guys when it is time to cut our favorite day. Alright y'all, just as I suspected, because it was such a very high vanilla content, it of course did brown. The inside probably isn't as brown as the outside, but